How the fuck to start? See, I just put this as the intro lah.
Sam's case has been the subject of public debate.
And it's an exit, it's like coming out, there's definitely no way. It's very hard also.
She is largely seen as a victim of circumstance after crashing into a group of teenagers racing on illegal bicycles.
Bicycles are lower than car a lot, you know. They are not your normal bicycles, you know. Bicycle Lajak are modified ones.
Which had been modified by having brakes and lights removed on a poorly lit road at 3:20 a.m. on February 18th, 2017.
Relax lah bro.
So actually, like what we want to discuss now, right, is how does the driving experience in Malaysia affects you lah? Like, you know, you already drive, you're already stressful, you have to obey so many laws, then you also have to see which clowns are turning left or right without telling you. Then it's already not easy. Yes, our roads are not as complicated as India, Vietnam or Philippines lah, which over there is much more worse considering how many traffic they have, right? But one thing you will know for sure is there won't be stupid bicycles in the middle of the road at 3 o'clock in the morning lah.
Hard to say. I think we never exposed to other countries' traffic condition that much before, you know. Maybe there was there, I don't know, but certainly we won't have such a such a hype up news lah about traffic accidents. It's a tragic case for sure, but to the point that it is being racialized, it is being there's so much hate surrounding this particular case, either towards the victims or even the Sam herself in court. It's very not normal lah. I don't see this happening in neighboring countries lah. So this is certainly a very unique unique situation only that will happen in Malaysia lah.
I mean,
We only get big here in Malaysia.
the thing that we should all be more concerned of is how this will affect our driving experiences in KL. It's already hard. You're already working like her, from her situation lah. You're already working at 3 o'clock in the morning when you drive back. How are you supposed to expect to see 30 clowns come out into the highway in the middle of 3 a.m., right? So it is something should be done towards this situation to show an example like, okay, you are these modified bicycles, this illegal bicycle Lajak aren't supposed to exist on the road. Actually, it is illegal by itself, you know.
Yes.
This now is publicized because of her, because of Assam, but it may happen to any one of us. It might happen to Mat Sabu, it might happen to, you know, Vikram, whatever, who Ako, Ateng, Aseng, anybody in the world will kenal. That is why this is a pretty important case.
There's two sides lah. Of course, we cannot say she's wrong, the kids are wrong, right? I think it's again like two sides to everything. Yeah, she should be careful at the same time. Yeah, she should be aware. 3 o'clock in the morning, I think that's a given fact. Like everyone will say you have to be careful when you drive, you have to be aware of it actually. But at the same time also, like, they're kids, you know, like why are they out at 3 o'clock in the morning on the highway? The highway.
It's a really unexpected situation.
Again, because like it's two sides. Like the more you expect, and then you also don't expect. You know, like
yes.
That's what I'm trying to say.
To be fair, yes, I say okay, yes, you can punish her. So give her a lighter sentence, a community service, or pay 2,000 to 3,000 fine, and then settle the case lah. Done.
Yeah.
And then that is okay. But if you are charging her to be sentenced to 6 years in jail and then have to pay 6,000 fine, which I consider you're robbing someone of 6 years of their life, you know, it's not 2 years, 3 years or NS length, you know, it is 6 years. So then you should charge the other 22 kids and their parents and also the 8 kids of their parents. So total 30 parents and 30 kids lah. Minus 30 minus 8 kids, so 22 kids. Okay, so you charge them all. To be fair.
You mean there were 30 kids?
Yes,
30.
there were 30 kids.
Oh, okay. All this while, right? I only thought there was only 8.
There were 30 kids together, all together.
Oh. I thought it was only the 8 kids
okay.
who swerved in and then all 8 died.
Yes.
I didn't know that's,
Yes.
that's 30. Yeah.
There's more.
That's a freaking nightmare.
Because you
That's,
see,
that's actually another question. Why are there 30 kids on the road
Yes.
at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Okay, personal experience lah, when driving around night or so, then you... Okay, my case happens was motorcycles lah, a bunch of rampant people, they be racing what. Even Ipoh highway, so the traffic lights all, they are king what. A bunch of 50 or 30 or 40 people, all these motorcycles will stand in the middle of the road, and then they'll stop the traffic, and then they will go with their gang. So they won't operate one or two bicycle Lajak and they'll be a bunch, you know. Then how are you supposed to
It's
avoid
more
all of
fun
them?
that way, right?
Don't
More
know
fun
lah.
that way. To them.
I think it's even more dangerous because, like you said, that we are more used to encountering rapids, right? Which they are riding motorcycles. A bit more noticeable lah. They have lights and all. It's a bit bigger also, but with this bicycle, with this bicycle thing, right?
I mean, I like bicycles, right? Because it's so quiet. At least those freaking mud rampids, they will at least announce that entry, and then you just know that some bloody hell go there, right?
The sound of it will let you know they're coming lah. But bicycles, they have no sound, man, and they have no brakes, and you have no idea they will come out.
Which if proven from this case, if the Assam is on fault, then she really acquitted. If anything happens next time, if you really langgar this type of people, then by so you just go only and let's just run, because there's no point for you staying and trying to prove that you're innocent or that it's really accidental. There's no point, because the law is not gonna help you.
Yeah.
I think it's more on I think what people got it I would say confused about this particular thing, right? It's one thing to hype up the circumstances of the case to say whether who has the ethical support, right? But in terms of law, right, because the case is initiated by the state, so it's not like a civil case where you have two private parties going at each other, you know. This is literally the Johor state charging Sam the accused. So you have to look at that from that perspective, right? The state has the choice of whether to charge her with a very high offense, which carries a bigger a bigger punishment. So the fact that the Johor state prosecutors I'm not too sure whether it's AG appointed or whatever but it's still the state, chooses to go with this appeal from the magistrate to the High Court, and then also pushes for a more punitive sentence for the accused. Is saying a lot for our judicial system And it's not to say the law won't help us, you know. The judge can only do so much. The judge can only say, okay, the prosecutor brought the case to me, I judge it based on the circumstance. Sure, the judge has a lot of discretion, but at the end of the day, right, if the prosecutor, i.e. the state, chooses not to charge her with such a serious crime, right, as if saying she has done wrong, has done a very grave crime, is saying something This prosecutor decided that, this is the way to go. We should punish the accused for not noticing 30 kids riding out in the street in the middle of the night. So that's saying a lot, you know. So that part of the judicial system, we should really address it. There's something, not to say wrong, there's something inadequate about it.
Why is it that in Malaysia that the law favors the people who are not in the car? Basically, those who are the cyclists,
True.
the motorcyclists, and that's where you get most of the dumb shits, you know. And because the law cites them, right? No matter whatever they do, it just becomes like they're the king of the road, You know, we just can't do shit to them. We sit there quietly, they bang us, our fault. We don't do anything,
Untouchable.
they bang us, our fault, right? Whatever we do, our fault. What's the point? What's the point that we want to be in the car then? You know? Then like you say you know, like you say you bang them already, you might as well just run. Because no matter what you do, you're wrong. You just run only
Yeah, just go and escape, you know?
Yeah, if you're lucky, you escape. If you're not lucky, then too bad hit and run case.
I think this boils down to the education of our JPJ . You know, when we all go take our license, right? What we only study is, okay, memorize 50 questions, and then they'll tell you which signboard is what signboard, this is what. Then when you're under your practical, the system is that you must learn to drive up the hill, park 3-pointer, such and such. When you're on a motor, you do such and such. But nothing is taught on like real life situations. Okay, what happens if someone bangs you, and then you are there you need to know what you do when you get into an accident. The second thing that will be the most headache, right, is claiming the insurance,
Yeah.
You have to go through so many sheets. You must go find the third party JPJ, his insurance to claim. Something all of us should know is when you claim insurance, there's one thing is we can claim for our own damage. Own damage means this is going to be very long but okay, I'll make it brief
1 hour later.
That's all you need to know. I cut it down, or else I can go for half an hour already.
I think
If anybody want to learn more about insurance, we can do another
Just comment lah.
episode on insurance. It's a complicated thing. We all know.
I think to move on from Lexman's point, this is such a, I would say, colossal failure of our road education to only know all of this after you got into an accident. It's really it's not a feasible system.
Too late
It's too late. It's too late How why? And some more, right? I think I remember last time I got into accident, so I got this realization. I got all the information right. From either my friends and family, and some PDF brochure by the insurance company. Nothing from the government side, nothing from JPJ, nothing from the police. I mean, they may have some infographics lying around, but if they're not doing the job of promoting this sort of information out there consistently to new drivers every year, how are they gonna know? Right? We are fortunate because we know someone who happened to, like Lexman's case, he has a family member who works in insurance, he knows what to do. But let's say if a kid, right, just got his license and then bang, got into accident, no one helps him, no one whatever, he will be in a very vulnerable position, right? Is this what we want our roads to be death traps, right?
A death trap financially and also our own health. Don't forget, Sam Ke Ting was 22 when she got into the accident. She's now 27.
Correct. Yeah,
she was 22.
She's now 27 already.
Yes.
5 years of stress.
Of the thing keep dragging on. There's also the guilt. There's also the mental torture of knowing that okay, I've taken some lives already lah. What can I do? Then suddenly, 5 years later, bro, hi bro, want to come talk to you again? I can come for what?
It's like double the torture though. Obviously, I'm pretty sure the last 5 years was not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Such a hell of someone.
Yeah.
And now, if a sentence is 6 years, that's like twice what she went through already.
Yeah, but then you all said, right, like, why is it just like that, Why is it our laws only at that point, right? It's because I would say that it's a very Malaysian thing lah. Don't you think so? Like, everything in Malaysia, right, there is lesser prevention and there's more emphasis towards the cure. Right?
Yeah,
it's like, okay, right, you see
sudah terhantuk baru tengadah
tu lah, right? So, right, this is a very common thing, right? So, because of that, it just goes on to every other part, where the word Malaysia is inside of it. Okay, so because of that, right, we never learn to prevent. We just wait lah, wait until something happens and then we see what to do. Just like every other Malaysian.
The flirt.
The pollution, all those lah. No need to say. You guys stop. So it's just what it is. You guys don't understand. Ini baru jadi Malaysia. If we can, provide so much prevention, and then no need to focus too much on the cure. This not Malaysia. Itulah korang kena faham tau.
Okay, dengar je.
I mean, but we still have to, we're just talking among ourselves, so might as well just say it is not a very good plan to go forward, correct? And we still have to think of ways that, not us lah, we can only rely on ourselves lah for now to prevent this type of things from happening. And then, even if it does happen, right, we still need to have something that backs us up from our side. That's why I think driving in Malaysia now, right, every car should just put a dash camera, front and back,
Yeah.
because
Scary. Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
feel like I
a
have
must.
to do that already. I see my friends all putting. I'm like, why? And then
Wait, we shouldn't
I
have
can't
that.
remember now. Sorry, I can't remember now why have to be extra careful, extra scared of like every single driver on the road, because every driver has the attitude like, I'm right. I'm the main person. This is my road. My grandfather road. I do whatever I want. Like every driver thinks that, and it's always so scary that people just drive the way they want. Whether if it's bikes, cars, buses, lorries. Buses and lorries are the scariest, so
Oh,
the
true.
worst kind of.
Yeah.
But you should be afraid of people also. Now there's a recent video clip of somewhere put in the middle of our faces or whatever. The clip is just a very short clip, right, of one man with his dashcam driving. Then suddenly in the middle of the road there was this I think it was a foreigner, I think, who ran to his car and jumped to break his windshield. I think you also
that
the
was
fake
the latest
insurance
one.
fraud
Yeah,
claim.
yeah.
Latest one, quite recent.
Yeah.
Just put in a
Yeah.
box somewhere down.
Not every time I see someone run past on like a very busy road, like a big road, not
Reverse.
small, it's a big road, and just run there. God, oh my God, what is this? I would like try to like brake.
Imagine you're already at the situation where you drive right, and then you saw the stupid clown come and run and jump on your car, right? You break your windshield, You have already physical evidence that this fella is not wrong, but you have to replace your windscreens, yeah. Oh, that is gonna take like 1-2 weeks, if you wanna claim for insurance. Oh shit. So many things to be scared of, People, bicycle, clowns, Myvies.
Even that you have your dash cam, right, you're still not covered from this stupid dangers lah. Like you say, right, like you got dash cam, the fella run into you, and then you just stand there, and then your windshield crack, and then you got 2 weeks of torture to deal with. You cannot drive your car. Then now maybe like everyday rain. Then you try to go to work. Then you cannot go to work. Then you have to take MRT. Then you take MRT, you 1 hour late to work. Wow, stress. Just because you're on the road driving, minding your own damn business.
That means if you can't win them, join them lah. So we just buy bicycle Lajak lah. Everyone use.
Then we are
maybe-
we have the rights. We are the winner on the
Yeah.
road already, the king on the road.
The best way to move forward for at least in my own opinion it's like what we said before to see this kind of thing, whether we can prevent or not, whether there's an actual feasible plan to move forward, to give more education to parents who might have kids that do this kind of thing every other night. Because I don't know I'm assuming kids who do this kind of thing, right, are mainly from the B40 community, and they don't have much to go around with. I imagine that's why they resort to this kind of activities thrill seekers, and they don't have education to back them up. So definitely we need to address towards that direction, rather than saying, the parents should be jailed should be
wear
jailed
condom.
as well. Yeah,
That's
I
what
mean,
they say, that's what they say.
you can say whatever you want in this but it's not gonna help anyone, right? Even if you jail the parents, right? Then what? Right? Then what? What about other kids who are still doing all this kind of stuff? They will just be more mad or more angry because lives has been taken, and all people are concerned about is to jail the parents. I mean, if you think of it, right? In justice standpoint, everyone should face the law equally but you're also saying that we are not even thinking about prevention anymore. We just want to jail whoever the fuck that got the wrong side of the law So I think that's why people are caught up in this mob justice kind of thing. Every side they caught up in this mob justice, and they just want their piece of meat which I think it's wrong
Yes. This one I heard, correct? Can end it here already because you have basically said everything that everyone needs to hear.
Oh, Jesus.
Which is actually really true because.
Wait, can I?
Oh yeah. Go on.
No, I scared we come off as saying that she doesn't deserve the punishment. Also, or do you wanna edit.
Oh no, just go on.
No,
I think,
no,
I think
I
some
think-
sentence you said.
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like that.
I'll add on to my original point lah. Of course, Sam deserves the punishment, whatever punishment that the court granted. Of course, not to say I don't want to say
Yeah.
deserves lah. The law says that if the judge decided
Yeah.
it's that, then okay, I'm at peace with it lah. Because either what do you call it, she still taken
I mean,
lives.
she did take lives, you know, she took lives, yeah. So there
yes,
is going to be some
accident
repercussion.
or not, it's still manslaughter.
Yeah.
Well, regardless of the intention lah. But we as the general public, right, we should sympathize lah. We should at least know what is the line we shouldn't cross. We should have that line, you know. We shouldn't go across it and say that both of them deserve whatever that comes to them lah. It doesn't make sense, you know. Like Lexman said, right, this could happen to anyone, right? What if it happens to your brother, to your sister? Right? Then what? If you can't put yourself in their shoes, right, in Sam's shoes or the parents' shoes, then we are no better lah. We are just sitting in our own computer screen behind criticizing whatever that happened.
I'm sure the parents will say the sentence is agreeable because I mean they lost their child. It's a lot, and 6 years is definitely, I would say they will definitely say it's justifiable. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's education, ethically, like they have to know that their circumstances was not ideal in the first place. Like the way where the kid was and how this whole thing played out was not shouldn't have happened lah. I would say it could have been prevented, definitely. Yeah.
The punishment shouldn't just be one-sided. Definitely shouldn't be one-sided because, you know, if it's just one-sided, like currently for now, and if nothing goes towards the parents, like ethically or lawfully, either way, right? If the parents are just put into the spot where they are just, you know, they just wash their hands clean. Oh, I got my kids. I mean, my kids are dead, but you know, she's in jail for a long term, and like to them as parents, they just feel like they're totally fine with it, right? That's just the bad way to go lah. Cause you know, further down the road, this is gonna be an example for future cases. Cause further down, there's gonna be some other group of Mat Lajaks, you know, there's gonna be another poor Assam, you know, alright, and this thing might just happen again, and then this just becomes a case study towards the future case, and they just say that, oh, you know, based on a previous case study, this thing happened, you know, you just refer to that lah, and then Assam number 2 will just end up in jail, and then the poor parent just have their kids dead, but then like, hey, yeah, she's in jail, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, I mean, there's one
I mean,
thing.
knowing how our country is, this wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the first and the last lah. So it's they're bound to be.
That's the issue, you know.
gonna
The
happen
issue
again for
is
sure.
it's going to happen again. Yes. The thing about us Malaysians, right, is we always forget. We always forget what happened before. The flood is going to happen again. Assam is going to happen again. Then there's going to happen another case of Al Tantuya or so and so, whatever. Because everyone forgets. That's the thing that we as Malaysians should start to learn and remember, you know. Not like remember this particular case gets rich. Not remember this particular case gets rich. It's not this money thing no longer happens. All of us are fucking poor now. So you should just remember. You should learn from this case. That's why I've already said since the beginning of the podcast, this particular verdict for this case, right, is important because it's going to be a reference to many other cases that's going to come soon. If nothing is going to be taken to prevent such stupid case like this from happening, you know. So we should learn. The most important thing is we should learn.